Fifth Harmony says goodbye with the new video.
13 Reasons Why slammed by critics.
And Ariana Grande breaks down over the Manchester bombing.
All that and more on today's Rundown.
Hey you guys, happy Friday. It's the weekend.
It's the weekend. Well, not yet. We have to get through the show first, but then
That's
it's the
true.
weekend. Yeah.
Then I'm gonna go see T-Swizzle. But you guys, we have so much news today, including apparently your boyfriend Shawn Mendes had a run-in, a very awkward run-in with the Queen of England.
Wait, Shawn Mendes is my boyfriend?
Yeah, did you not?
I didn't know. Oh my God, this just made my day. Okay, but first you have to talk about 13 Reasons Why. So Renee, 13 Reasons Why Season 2 premiered last night. Did you watch?
I haven't yet.
We have to be here at 6 in the morning. I definitely had no time to watch 13 episodes of 13 Reasons Why yet, but I'm gonna try to binge this weekend. It's gonna be hard, but I'm totally down. But here's the thing, the reviews are in. They're not looking so good, guys. So the first season of 13 Reasons Why covered the entirety of the book written by DHR, but the ending packed in a lot of cliffhangers that didn't appear in the book with the hopes that they would get a follow-up season, and it worked. So the second season starts with a civil lawsuit being filed against the school for apparently failing Hannah Baker. Now, 2 minutes after the show was released, Dylan Minnette, who plays Clay Jensen, tweeted, Season 2 of 13 Reasons Why, like Season 1, can be unflinching, dark, and even hard to watch at times. Please view with caution or with loved ones. If you or anyone you know would like resources after watching, please go to 13reasonswhy.info. Thank you. So we're not gonna give you any spoilers because, well, I can't give any spoilers because I haven't watched it.
We haven't seen it.
Avoiding spoilers all day, but we're gonna break down some of these reviews. There's some bad, but there's some good too. So Metro UK said, quote, instead of proving to be a natural follow-up, 13 Reasons Why's second outing is misguided and muddled, lacking both the narrative urgency and a worthwhile reason to return to Hannah Baker's story. Ouch. USA Today gave the season 1 star out of 5 and got too shady, saying, we don't need 13 more reasons, and added, quote, the second season of Netflix's 13 Reasons Why is a tawdry, unnecessary exercise, a blatant grab for the headlines the teen suicide drama garnered last year. The new season tries to make a point about rape culture, slut shaming, and sexual harassment, but its depiction of these complex topics has all the subtlety of a sledgehammer. And The Guardian was a little less savage, saying there's a lot of dragging through the same stuff all over again, but this time without the framework of the tapes and the reasons. As drama, this is pointless, cumbersome, baggy, badly written, ponderous, and boring. But with all the negative reviews, there had to be some positives. Entertainment Weekly reviewed Season 2 saying, quote, though 13 Reasons Why can sometimes be as exasperating and melodramatic as teenagers themselves, the second season nets out as a success. And NME had a nice spin saying, quote, ultimately Season 2 does enough to justify its existence and you'll likely binge watch it faster than the first. Those who say it's run its course are missing the point. 13 Reasons Why was never about one girl's suicide. It's about endemic problems with society and shining a light on the issues young people have to deal with on a daily basis.
Now I don't know how I feel about going into Season 2. I mean, usually when I read reviews, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready, let's do this. But this is like, not worth it, don't give us 13 more reasons, I don't know.
I mean, let's be fair, this isn't gonna necessarily change my opinion. I like to watch the episodes and make my own opinion. And I'm the type, I judge after the first 3 episodes whether I'm in or not. Unless there's certain shows I know that kind of have a slow start and then they finally build. I'm gonna give it a shot. 1, because I loved first season. 2, because I have to watch it because we talk about this show and we're pop culture experts.
Yep.
Like you have to, anyway. But also, I think it's also interesting that there's these negative reviews because of course there's gonna be negative reviews because there's so much negativity and controversy surrounding the show already. Yeah. So I feel like it's easy for people to just latch on and give it the negative review because people already talk about how suicide rates rose and it's directly correlated to the show. And there is gonna be negativity, so we're not surprised by that, but we're gonna watch the show, we'll let you know how we feel, and then we'll get back to you.
So we thought we had already said goodbye to Fifth Harmony, but they just released their maybe final music video, and I don't know about you, Emil, but it brought me all the feels. Yeah. The video features all 4 girls dressed up in beautiful formal gowns in an empty studio warehouse, absolutely belting their hearts out. To be clear, I was already emotional after Fifth Harmony announced their hiatus. Then I got emotional after seeing footage from their final show. And now, seeing this music video, I have nothing left. So the video wraps up this phase of Fifth Harmony after being together for almost 6 years, and maybe it's the angelic lighting or the somber vibe of the song, but I'm so emotional after watching this. Check the clip.
Don't say you miss me when you don't call, and don't say you're hurting without the skies. Don't promise me tonight without tomorrow too.
So as the video continues, the tears are flowing, but it's the final scene that really got me.
Don't promise me tonight without tomorrow too. Don't say you love me unless you do.
Okay, Emil,
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw it, but at the very end,
Yeah.
there's a door.
What? I remember the door.
And then the door starts to shut. But at the very last second, it opens a little bit.
Wait,
what does this mean?
Let's see. Okay, this is perfect. This means that the group, they're on a hiatus, right? It means that this is not the end.
Exactly.
That light shining back in, and this is perfect. Okay, we're gonna talk about this on Room Patrol, so make sure you watch Room Patrol tomorrow when it comes out, because Jocelyn and I break down, I can't reveal what it is, but this is, oh my gosh.
Is it all the tea? Is it all the tea and more, Emil?
I think so. So it's been about a year since the Manchester bombing, and Ariana Grande is still dealing with the aftermath, rightfully so. Like, it happened to her concert, it killed 22 people, injured so many more. But she was recently interviewed by Time magazine for their Next Generation Leaders issue, and the interviewer opened up, or asked her to open up more about how she was able to make music after the bombing, and she got really emotional. So Ari said through tears, quote, "There are so many people who have suffered such loss and pain, the processing part is going to take forever," and she was unable to finish her thought before getting choked up once again and telling the interviewer that she doesn't want to talk about the attack. She explained, quote, "I don't want to give it that much power, something so negative. It's the absolute worst of humanity. That's why I did my best to react the way I did. The last thing I would ever want is for my fans to see something like that happen and think it won. Music is supposed to be the safest thing in the world. I think that's why it's still so heavy on my heart every single day. I wish there was more that I could fix. You think with time it will become easier to talk about or you'll make peace with it, but every day I wait for that peace to come and it's still very painful." She also added, quote, "When I started to take care of myself more, then came balance and freedom and joy. It poured out into the music. We've messed with the idea of not being able to find the ground again because I feel like I'm finally landing back on my feet now." I love that she's able to push through this, and she created a beautiful song, beautiful track, and I think it just inspires others to realize that in life you deal with tragedies and you deal with awful situations, and there's two ways you can look at it. You can look at it as, I'm gonna let this break me, or like she says, I'm gonna take the power back and just push through and try to inspire others. So
yeah, I love this, especially for her fans. You know, it was a terrible, terrible thing that happened. So for her to still find light and still share happiness and her music with others and staying as positive as you can. Yeah. I love that. And the song is fantastic, and I cannot wait to hear the rest of the album. Nailed it. You know, usually when someone is reported to be in a car accident, they are in a car accident,
right.
But Kendall Jenner was also reported to be in a car accident, and it turns out she wasn't.
Wait, what?
So news broke yesterday that Kendall was involved in a car wreck in Cannes on her way to a fashion show, which concerned many fans, obviously, but it looks like she's actually doing just fine. After being noticeably absent from Naomi Campbell's annual Cannes Fashion for Relief benefit last weekend, Page Six reported that the chauffeured car she was riding in on the way to the event was involved in a crash. The site also claims that although she couldn't walk the runway because of the incident, she was well enough to make it out to dinner with some of her model besties afterwards to celebrate, including Bella Hadid and Winnie Harlow. As per a report by People, soon after the alleged incident, Kendall showed up to dinner wearing a low-cut silver sequin mini dress, so clearly she didn't suffer any major injuries. The mag also mentioned that she seemed to have a good time at the film festival, so clearly this fender bender didn't get her down. Despite the concerning report of the accident, though, it appears that now Kendall may not have been involved in any sort of car accident at all. That's right. A rep for Kendall told People that the reports of a fender bender are completely fake. What? Yep, if what Kendall's people are saying is true, she actually wasn't involved in a crash at all on her trip to Cannes, which is a bit confusing.
I mean, the positive side is I'm glad she's okay. But on the other side, it's just like, that's why you have to take everything with a grain of salt these days when you see a report come out until you hear it from the person themselves. So if something comes out about me saying that I can't think of it.
You tried.
I tried.
That's what matters.
That was a fail.
Well, this story threw me off because I remember reading it this morning and being like, oh my gosh, Kendall got into a car accident. And then it's just a bunch of fake news.
Yeah, fake
then her people are like, could you imagine hearing that?
Yeah.
Like getting all these calls, like, how's Kendall? And being like, what are you talking
or
about?
what if she wasn't an accident, but it was literally just like somebody tapped the bumper or something and they turned to a big deal and it was really not a big deal. Okay, You know, I love talking about Shawn Mendes.
What?
I'm obsessed.
You are?
With him. Everybody knows it. Still trying to figure out how to afford the VIP tickets. I'm literally saving up. I've been texting Naz.
Why do you need VIP tickets to your boyfriend's concert?
Okay, he's not my boyfriend, okay? That's a private conversation between me and you about my hopes and dreams. Anyway, Shawn Mendes was on the Ellen show, and on the show he opened up about his awkward run-in with the Queen. So let's just say things got really awkward. Shawn Mendes got an opportunity of a lifetime where he was asked to perform at Queen Elizabeth II's 92nd birthday, and naturally Shawn was super excited to be chosen, but his excitement pretty much turned into anxiety when he was in the same room as the royals. Shawn revealed on Ellen that while he was backstage waiting to perform, the Queen walked right up to him and then awkwardness ensued.
And I'm standing there waiting to go on stage, and the Queen just walks up next to me, and she's standing there, and I'm like looking at her, and you can't say anything. You're not allowed to speak to her unless she speaks to you first. So it was like this very 10 minutes of just awkward silence between me and the Queen.
And if you thought that was the end of Shawn's awkward encounter with the royal family, well, think again. Shawn also confessed to Ellen that his entire body just went stagnant when he was in the same room as Prince Harry and Meghan Markle.
And they're just talking, and Meghan's Canadian, so I felt like, I was like, oh, this is great, I can go and say hi. She's Canadian, and I walked in with this confidence, and the second they kind of felt me coming, I just turned around and my body went numb, and I was like, I can't do it.
Honestly, he's just so cute. I love the way he tells stories.
I know. I want to imagine little Shawn getting nervous, you know, and like freezing up. But when meeting me, not the Queen.
I see the similarities between me and him, you know. I don't know. Maybe that's why we would work. No, I'm just kidding. But honestly, hearing the story is so funny because I can't imagine what he was going through when the Queen's standing there. He's just standing there awkwardly for 10 minutes.
Yeah.
But Shawn is performing at the Billboard Awards on Sunday. Can't wait to see him. He's performing with Khalid. I think he's doing his new song, Youth, with Khalid. So that should be exciting. And yeah, Shawn, we love you.
We love you.
So that wraps up today's DHR, guys. Let us know what you think about all this, including about my fave, Shawn Mendes, and his awkward run-in with the Queen. And also, what do you think about that Fifth Harmony video? Did you get emotional too? And are you like Renee? Do you think there's a possible chance of something coming soon?
It's happening.
Hint, hint, Rumor Patrol tomorrow.
And I gotta know, guys, okay, so after all these reviews we heard about 13 Reasons Why, have you seen the new season? And if you have, what are your thoughts so far? Let us know down in the comments.
All right, guys, and of course, we will be back here later on this weekend. Don't forget to tune in to the Billboard Awards, and we will see you later.
Bye, guys.
But wait, guys, before you go, make sure you click right over here to see why Instagram apologized to Kim Kardashian.
And after that, make sure you hit that subscribe button, which I think is like right here.
Right there?
Yeah, right like here.
Oh my God, click it, I wanna see.
Click it. And we're gonna be back here like almost every day, so why not?
Why not, right?